Most people leave Mexico City exhausted because they try to see everything. But today I'm going to show you the perfect final day. The views, the food, and the one experience you absolutely cannot leave the city without. So come along and join us on our final day here in Mexico. Let's go. Alright, so it is our last day. We're going to go visit a couple museums, the Center of Fine Arts, and just walk around really and try to take in the city one last time before we have to pack up and head back to Durango. We are a new channel, so make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when the new video drops. It really helps us out, and best part, it's absolutely free. So now we're walking down this corridor. We're a little lost, so we're going to put it into Google Maps just to make sure we're going the right way. But one thing that's crazy that we've noticed here while we're walking here in Mexico City is that all these buildings are leaning. And that's largely due to the fact that this city is sinking.
So right now, I think we're going to see if there's a coffee shop open that we can go to that has some great views.
So we made it to the Sears building, so we're gonna go inside, have some coffee. David's out of focus.
I am really looking forward to more coffee this morning. I need some coffee and wait until you see the view.
Yeah.
The best view of Palacio de Bellas Artes is actually inside a Sears department store. You just ride the elevator to the cafe on the top floor. It's one of the most photographed cafe views in Mexico City because the terrace lines up perfectly with the palace's famous dome.
So we are in the Palacio de Bellas Artes. It is stunning. It is so beautiful inside. The outside is amazing looking, and the inside is equally beautiful. Lots of artwork on the walls here painted.
Construction started in 1904, but took 30 years to finish because the Mexican Revolution stopped the project mid-build. The building is actually slowly sinking into Mexico City's soft soil. It's already sunk about 4 meters since it was built. Inside the theater is a 24-ton stained glass stage curtain made by Tiffany in New York, the only one of its kind in an opera house.
Son las cosas de mi cámara.
Sí, pero es que hay que dejar la mochila. Aquí se queda resguardada el tema.
This stunning post office is still the main working post office for Mexico City, not just a museum. It was actually built in 1907 under President Porfirio Diaz, and it was designed by the same architect as the Palacio for Bellas Artes. The architecture mixes Art Nouveau, Renaissance, Gothic, Moorish, and Baroque styles all in one building. Inside the Palacio Postal, you'll see carved marble, bronze railings, intricate plasterwork, and gilded iron staircases. The detail is so elaborate that people often say it looks more like a European royal palace than a government building. From the outside it looks beautiful, but the moment you step inside is when most visitors say, wow. The grand staircase and the balconies make it one of the most photographed interiors in the historic center. The Munal opened originally in 1911 as a place of communications and public works. Essentially, it was a government building, headquarters during the first and final years of Porfirio Diaz.
The architecture was meant to project power and modernity. The massive marble staircase and glass-covered atrium were intentionally built as a wow moment for anyone entering the building. The building was filled with imported materials and European design influence. Much of the marble and decorative elements were crafted in Italy and shipped to Mexico. Today, the museum holds one of the most important collections of Mexican art from the 16th century through the 20th century, showing the transition from colonial religious art to nationalist Mexican identity after independence. That sweeping staircase you see in the photos is famous among photographers because the symmetry and light through the glass ceiling creates one of the most cinematic interiors in the entire city.
After the mural, we decided to get some lunch, but not before stumbling on this little church tucked away in a corner. Right along Avenida Madero sits Templo de San Francisco, one of the oldest surviving churches in Mexico City. This church dates back to the 1500s, and it was a part of the massive Franciscan monastery that covered much of the entire neighborhood.
So it is our last night here in Mexico City, and I could say it definitely did not disappoint. So we did a lot over these last few days, and we'll be wrapping it up and sharing it with you. But yeah, so now we're heading to our hotel to relax, wind down, and pack because we go back to Durango tomorrow. So we're at the Felipe Angeles International Airport here in Mexico City, and it is time for us to go back home to Durango. So right now we're just sitting at our gate waiting for our plane to roll in, and we head back home.
Yeah, I think we had a great trip. I think the pacing and timing of the trip was perfect for us. We got to see a lot and actually do a lot, which was really the goal of this trip. So we had a wonderful time and looking forward to being home with our dogs.
Yeah, the other thing that was important for us is staying within our budget. So we'll be breaking down our budget when we get home, and we'll show you exactly how much we spent. But all in all, I would say this was a successful trip and can't wait to do it again.